Alright, yo everyone, welcome to another YouTube video. It has been a while since the last YouTube video and I'm happy to get this video out to you all. So, I'm going to be going over my games in the Duo Showdown Challenge, giving you any tips if you haven't done it yet. And yeah, hopefully the challenge went well for you all. But if it didn't, do not worry. I do know that there were quite a few pros who actually the challenge didn't go well for. And you do get 4 chances. However, as you can see, I did get 3 losses. I'll be explaining, I'll be going through the games where I got the losses and just showing you how you can avoid them. They were very, very small margins, and Showdown is a lot more random than, say, 3v3. But yo, let's get straight into the video. Alright then, so I'll just start by showing you all my battle log. I'm not going to go show every game. I'll show the games definitely where I got the losses and then maybe one from each section. So start off with the rank 1, and then a rank 3 in the first game mode. And this, oh man, this one, you'll see it in a second. And then rank 1. And then for the second map, we got all rank 1s. So that was pretty good. Straight into the third one, and we got all rank 1s again. So as you can see, it was going pretty well. We were confident. It was like, yo, it was like, okay, easy, let's go, we move. But then it got to 2008 and the first game, oh my god, such a small error. Rank 5, we'll go into that. And then another rank 1, and then we did get rank 4, and this is when we started panicking because we only had one more chance, just like that. The stress was on, we needed 2 wins, And yeah, if you want to see the final games, you'll just have to wait on to see what happened. But let's go straight into the first game. Alright then, straight into the first game mode, and it is School Creek. So the comp we are playing, and I would suggest to all of you have it, is Byron and Edgar. If you don't have Byron, I'm sure most of you had Edgar as it was a free brawler for everyone. But if you don't have Byron, I'd recommend B or Colt, definitely. Cole did get a nerf to his gadget, however, he's still pretty strong. You can use the gadget to open up walls and just take people by surprise. If you don't have Cole, definitely, well, you should have Colt, but if you want to try B, B's also a good choice. I'd probably go B over Colt personally. B's honeycoat is going to work really effectively in this game mode, and when Edgar does jump on the B, he's not going to be able to get that first kill because of the honeycoat. But also with the Byron Edgar comps, the reason it works so well is because if an Edgar jumps on, say, either of us, if Byron has a super, he can actually beat the Edgar. But also if the Edgar jumps on the other Edgar, then the Byron can heal. But as you can see here, we're going to take this win. Pretty good game. You can just get the power cubes so quickly, and then even once Edgar gets the power cubes, just so much damage. Alright then, so I am actually going to show you the loss we got on School Creek, and it was pretty unfortunate. Let's go straight into it. Alright, so Byron Edgar, also Byron's new star power, I can't remember what it's called, penetrates, but it's just really good. And you don't want to really rely on it, so use Byron as if you don't have the star power, but if you do notice you have it and then you can make use of some situations, definitely go ahead and do so. So here we notice we're against 7 power up Cole and 7 up Edgar, but we managed to, our Edgar goes down, but I managed to survive. As I was saying, even though Edgar can jump on a Byron and get really close, if you can get that super, just like how Surge can catch you off guard, Byron can do the same thing if you have the super. So we go ahead and make this play. Also, Surge is a good brawler. He can counter Edgar. I didn't personally use him, and I probably wouldn't recommend him, but if you don't have anyone else or you would like to, you can play him. Alright then, so here they have 7 power-ups. They were trying to team with us, and we were like, no, we don't want any of that. So we're just going to shoot them. We're pushing them back right now. We do need to watch out. Colt super almost clips me. Managed to stay alive. We're just going to keep putting the pressure. With Duo Showdown, you want to stay near the edges and just put pressure on one team. You do not want to be in a situation where you're getting pinched. So you don't really want to go to the middle of the map unless it's Feast or Famine. And apart from that, just try and push other teams into other teams. So make them do the fighting. If you're not doing the fighting in that pressure, you're going to be fine. As you can see here, it's more advantageous for the Shelly and the Edgar team to get the pinch. So they're going to do that. And if they go in, they're the ones who are going to be low on HP. So we're going to be able to shoot them. As you can see, oh my god, that shot right there because of Byron's new star power. Insane. I'm in a quite a bad situation here, but I take down this Colt, which is insane. And then I do the same thing on the Edgar. I do go down. And I was like, what? That's a second, surely? But we got a third? I honestly have no idea what happened. I'm going to go back and rewatch that because I missed it. Alright, so I'm just loading up back to that same part, but I'm not going to show you this match. I'm just going to skip forward to that next part. But I just did want to say, this is one of the problems and one of the clear updates that they can do, which is updating the replay feature. I've got to sit here and wait for 2-3 minutes to get to that end part. And all we need is a simple ×2 ×2 ×4 button, or even a scroll bar in the middle would be super clean. Or just something else that is inventive, and that they can think of, intuitive, but you know what I mean. But I'm gonna get to that part and then I'll play from there. I did actually tweet this at Frank and he replied to me on Twitter. I'm gonna go ahead and put these tweets on the screen now, but he basically just says that he's working on it and it's not the most important thing for him right now. And I don't know what that means, because personally I think that is a really clean feature and it needs to be added like ASAP. I do know that hopefully clubs is one of the important things that they are working on. But apart from that, I can't understand what else is more important, if that makes sense. But obviously, I'm not a developer. I am a partnered creator, so I suggest these things and hopefully I get a reply. But right there, I don't know how the Byron Super did not hit. That was really unfortunate. Alright, but we're back at this part. 3 teams left, apparently. Pokemon Sarge up at the top. I did not see them. And we're fighting here. And we both go down. They end up taking the first place. Oh my god, this thing with Showdown. You literally don't always have to fight. Oh, we got follow while I'm recording. That never happens. But I love to see it. Lunasec. Shout out on the YouTube video. Well played. I don't even know what to say about that. That's the third. Let's go to the next game. Alright then, into the Feast or Famine map section. You need to win 3 games on here. The comp that I would definitely recommend is Byron and Spy. You can run Byron and Jackie and run into mid. And then the Jackie goes for the boxes and the Byron heals the Jackie from afar. It's a risky play. It could work out really well and give you an early advantage. And as I show you in the later games, getting that early advantage in power cubes is really crucial because Byron just does insane amount of damage. And I'll show you that later on in the last section. But we go for a more safe comp. Byron and Spike, it shouldn't be too hard. It's only the second section. But there is RNG, as you can see, right, in that first loss that we had. But we take control of the mid. The one thing you do want to be careful of in mid is making sure someone doesn't sneak up behind. So say we go to attack someone up here, we're going to end up leaving these bushes and we can't see any team down here that might sneak in. So as you can see here, Jobo's pushing a team, but I don't really want to go with him because I just want to make sure that we don't get flanked. Because one mistake on Showdown, there's 5 teams left. That's an easy, like, we could just go down and get pinched and be in a really bad situation. So if I'm at least aware, we might be able to make a reactive play. Whereas if we're over here in this corner here and someone's pushing us here and someone's pushing us here and say there's a team here and a team there, we're going to get pinched and just go down if they all push at the same time. But anyway, we're on 7 power crews. We're looking pretty strong. When you do, this is one of the maps where you do want to try and take the middle if you have advantage. Because the teams on the outside, they don't know where you are, so it's kind of hard for them to shoot into middle, and they might get rushed and go down. Whereas if you have the middle, you have the advantage because the other teams don't know where you are, but you know where they are, so you can just shoot them and just kind of chip away at them. And eventually, Storm's going to go in and force them to make a play. And when they do make a play, you're going to have the walls, you're going to have the invisibility from the bushes, and as you can see here, 3 teams left. We're just going to push this Piper. Nothing the Piper can do really. I super before she jumps away. Rosa and Shelly alive. But here, Jobo goes in. Not really aware there's a Shelly there, but does stay alive. We've just got so many power-ups. We're going to take the win right here. There's not really much more to say. Build up your power cubes. Take middle when you can. And just do your best to not make any small mistake. It's a little bit of RNG and you're out. Alright then, into Rock Wall Brawl. This is actually my 9th game, so I'm going to show you one game from Rock Wall Brawl. We use Edgar and Byron, really good comp again. Previously, you would have seen throwers on this map, however, because of the likes of Edgar and everyone just having Edgar because it was a free brawler, throwers is just going to get countered. Same as Mr. P. Mr. P is actually quite strong in the meta. I haven't been playing much because I have exams, but I'm still quite aware of like the meta. And although I am a little rusty, I've played this game quite a bit, so I'm still not too bad. But as you can see, Edgar jumps in here. I do super him. Just make sure he stays alive. We are looking pretty good. 5 power cubes. Here we take the middle, and like it's not ideal to have the middle in case you do get pinched, but as long as you're aware of your surroundings and making sure you not get pinched, you're fine. just make sure you're always checking bushes. It is hard with this comp to check bushes because Byron has a single projectile and it's quite thin. But right here, I don't know what their play was exactly because we weren't sure whether we wanted to go in or not. He jumps on the nanny. Daryl doesn't make a play, just like sits there and hopes he's magically going to survive. Obviously he doesn't. We kill him. 4 teams left. Why didn't I use my pins? I really should use my pins a lot more. Alright, 3 teams down here. What do we decide to do? We're thinking about jumping, but it is risky. We know they have low cubes. If you're in a good position, don't make a play because you don't need to. Just wait it out and see what happens. As well as if you're in a bad position. If you can't make a play, don't make it. The higher HP or power cube team might get pushed from the other side. They might get low and then you go in and get a kill. But here, 13 power cubes, we know we pretty much won. Just double checking they've not gone to middle bushes. Edgar jumps, doesn't get a kill. Colt goes straight down. GG's. Into the last map. Interesting maps this one is. Alright then, so the first game we get a rank 5. I'm going to show you this game real quick. It's just unfortunate. It's just... You'll see in a second. So we're going to get these boxes. One thing about this map is there's not a lot of boxes. So you can't really get that advantage that you can like by getting a lot of boxes with Edgar. So as you can see there, they are running an Edgar though. And they try and get these middle boxes. You can get 1 or 2 extra. But not that many. So it's quite an even battlefield. So if you can get any type of power cube advantage in this map, get early kills, it's really helpful. But as you can see here, there's a crow there. There's a crow there. We just get a bit confused. We take kill on this crow and we're like, okay, where's his teammate? But then there's another team. And we end up just thinking, okay, we saw the Edgar, so we're fine. But we didn't see that crow and we should have been checking. And I knew it was a risky situation kind of going into it. And like I was saying, we did want the early advantage, but not for the sake of a loss. So that's a rip. That was our second loss. Let's go to the next one. Alright, I'm going to go straight into the third loss match because I'll show you the win on the last game. But we're still running B Byron. The reason I think this is good because it is quite an open map. And B's Honeyco also makes him a really strong showdown warrior. And as you can see, they're running B Byron. I get a lot of early hits on this Byron right here, so I'm quite confident. But the B managed to snipe me. Like, I don't know if I should be more aware of that, but that's, oh man, that's just unfortunate. And like going down early is quite, like, it's not the end of the world. You can stay alive and hope the match works out in your favor and your team just manages to like that Sergeant Poco, stay alive to the very end. But if we do get pushed now, we are not in a good position. And we can't really make any plays with B or Byron. We've just got to play it slow and chip it down at other teams. So like if this Edgar was jumping us, there's a high chance we're going to go down. And we know we're in a bad position. We're getting pinched from this side. We're getting pinched from this side. In some ways, like, they don't really have control in the middle, but they just have a lot of space to move. If they were to get pushed there, they could retreat down here. Whereas we don't really have anywhere to go. We have this corner, but as soon as we go into this corner, we're trapped. And that is basically what happens. So 4 teams left. He jumps on us. We end up like playing that as well as we can. It does activate the honeycoat, but they have a lot of power-ups. 9 power-up Byron. We can't do much against him. He heals so quick. He does so much damage. What we should have done is we should have moved over here way quicker. And I don't think I called it out, but I should have. But we should have just left these guys. And I was trying to tell him here, as you can see, I'm going away, to just leave these guys. We're not gonna win that fight against a 9 power-up Byron. If we can just push these other 2 teams and force them round, and if they go round and like end up fighting down here, we're fine. But we just do it too late, and they're sticking on us. They don't want to leave us, and we just get trapped here. Alright, so 4 teams still left. This B comes out of nowhere. I try and super. It's not enough. That's a rip. Third loss. The pressure is on here, as you can imagine. I've never lost a challenge, and I did not want to. Normally we win them with ease. With ease, not even a doubt. But I am going to go straight into... Yeah, I'll go... Alright, we decide to... I'll show you this one as well. Alright, so here we're like... It's a bit hard because we can't really make any plays with B and Byron. And like, as I was saying, the early cube advantage is really key. So we decided to go for the good old Edgar Byron. And I don't know whether it worked... Well, it worked better for us in the end. But... Yeah, I still think the B Byron was a good choice. I was kind of hesitant about going this just because I know Edgar's going to struggle to make plays, and if he doesn't get a good jump, it's going to be bad. But Jobo was really insistent on going on it for the early boxes. It helps us get us one early box. Maybe it made the difference. I don't know. But maybe just Jobo felt more comfortable with the Edgar, which is perfectly fine. Whatever brawler you feel more comfortable, you should play. So we're pushing here. We know with Duo Showdown, you don't really just want to sit down. If you can give yourself a better position, force other teams into other teams, that's what you want to do. Don't just like sit down and wait, because you can just like letting fate decide what happens. But yeah, so here we're putting pressure on this Pam. Pam jumps. We get a kill. Yeah, they do respawn, but I'm able to heal Jobo. This is why Byron is just so good. 5 power-ups and 5 power-ups on the Edgar. There's like nothing they can do, let's be honest. We were just going to heal no matter how much damage Jesse did, even with the invincibility. But here, 5 teams still left. We're just going to get a pinch on this Jesse. I'm going to throw my super. I hear it's probably not worth it because the Jesse has a good chance to heal. But the Jesse goes down? I think that was to the Brock, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, because I did not sniper through the wall. So it must have been to the Brock. We're not in the best position here, but they know they've got a lower HP Brock. And if that Edgar jumps on us, I can heal. So they decide not to go for the risky play, which is probably smart from them. And if they end up getting the second, it was definitely a smart play from them. Because you do want to play it safe. If there's, like, obviously, if you have no choice, you're going to have to take a risky fight. But otherwise, yeah. We decided to push them. Because what you want to do is you want to push the team that is more likely to make you lose. Even though you only need a fast second, so we're not too worried now. We're just, one more game left in it. We do manage to take the fast here, I believe. Jobo just trying to dodge the spike shots. Oh yeah, I'm just done playing safe. Just wait for me to respawn. There's nothing they can do. Because as soon as I respawn, I can snipe the spike. And then, yeah, they've got no power-ups. He has 13 power-ups if he goes down to the spike. Not that it matters, but we take the rank 1. You love to see it. Alright, going to the final game of this video. Alright, so before I go into this game, I noticed, like, because we could see the name, I noticed it was Mr. Toxic and Marco KC. I don't know who Marco KC is, but he has a code. So I assume he's pretty good. And I've seen GG. What does GG stand for? Oh, man. Granite Gaming? I think it's Granite Gaming. But Mr. Toxic, really good player. 35k 3v3 victories. And like when you're fighting him, you know he's a good player. A lot of rank 35s. I'm pretty sure he has the rank 35B, definitely, yeah. And he was playing the B. So we're going to go into this. I'll show you Marco's stats. Okay, so I'm guessing he's a content creator, unless it's his mini. It might just be his mini. But I don't know what his stats are like. But let's go straight into the last game. Alright then, here we are. Last game, pressure's on. All or nothing, win or lose. We are 11-3 right now. I actually tweeted out we're 11-3. I'll put the tweet on screen. When we got to this, and I hadn't actually seen, but after I finished the challenge, I did see a lot of people saying that they had lost, and like good players. But like I was saying, like our losses, just very small things that can go wrong. So I see them, and you can see their names here. So I saw GG Mr. Toxic's name, and at this point, it hasn't really hit me. I don't think I actually noticed at this point, but here we take this fight. Jobo takes that fight. The Daryl gets pinched. We're in a really good position here. Really good position. 7 power cubes we're going to have to start off. 3 teams left. There's like, bro, what can go wrong here? What can go wrong? It's Showdown. It's Showdown. That's all I'm going to say. Jobo takes the jump because it's a pretty easy kill. He decides not to go for it and just play it safe. Here I notice it's Mr. Toxic, and I'm like, okay, we need to play this carefully. And right here, he makes a jump, gets a hit, gets another hit. That must have been a max reach. Jobo plays this so well, survives against the Byron, doesn't push the B. Definitely the smart play, because I don't know if the B still has honeycoat, but I'm pretty sure the B does still have honeycoat. Jobo, I'm just telling him, get out there, let us survive, and just hope they push the other team and not us. And this is why I'm saying, like, we need to go round here, go down here, and push this team from down here, at a position where Mr. Toxic and Marco can't push us. Gets a shot on Jobo. I'm just going to heal him up. We're on 12 powers. I was telling Jobo to jump on the bow here, but he was just saying, we'll just play it safe. Because as long as the bow goes down and we get a second, we win the challenge. And if Mr. Toxic pushed us here, we would have regretted it so much. But we just play it safe. They know, like, that as long as they take the win as well, they're fine. I think everyone is on the same stage. So I think everyone here is on their last game. I don't think losses count, but I think everyone here is playing for their last game. So everyone does want to play it safe, and I presume that's why they didn't push us. Also, the fact that we have a 13 power up, what's it called? Edgar. And he goes for the jump here. He doesn't get the kill because of the honeycomb. Otherwise, he would have. But we're kind of chilling. I do fight it out. Like, I do like to take the fight, but GG's. We'll take the second. It doesn't matter to us. We're punching the air right now. We're like, yes! Warrior bow. Oh, my God. I'm not going to obviously say names, but there were definitely some pro players that either went like, a lot of them just went 11-3. I've seen a lot of people saying they went 11-4. So 11-4 is the loss. But I know some of them just got it, just like us, went 12-3. But hopefully it went well for you all. If not, hopefully you can use some tips from this video if you've still got the challenge left. There is 2 days for this challenge, so it's only been out for under 12 hours so far. So hopefully by the time this video gets out, you'll all be able to get some tips from it and use it in your challenge. Otherwise, don't feel too bad. I don't know how many gems the skin is, but I'm pretty sure these challenge skins, if you really do want them, they come in the shop. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I should see you in the next video. Yo, peace.
Go ahead, jot that thing down to the floor. I've been on the road so long, forgot I had a home. I'm out in Miami, it's celebrity galore. I got what I need, but I always want more. Always going on, that's why they call me no North. But you could call me Norte. In the 911, pull off in a